Miragestallio has been removed from the ban list and is now on the limited list. And I played the deck a few times on a live stream a few days ago, had fun with it, and decided it'd be a fun idea to make a video out of it. So that's what we're going to do today. For the Salamangreat's main deck monsters, I have 2 Foxy, 2 Jaguars, 3 Spinny, Gazelle, and Falco. Foxy can either dig a little bit deeper into the deck for Gazelle or some other Salamangreat card you need, or it could be a 1-card access code talker, which we'll get into a little bit later into this video. Gazelle is a special summon from the hand, and it's a full spell for Salamangreat cards. So you can send something like Rage or Roar or some other extender that you need for the turn. Spinny is another extender that can summon itself from the graveyard, and you can discard it from your hand to give another Salamangreat card you control 500 more attack. Jaguar, it also summons itself from graveyard to be an extender, and all you need is to send a Salamangreat card back into the deck in order to summon it. And I like Falco's effect, where you can set a Salamangreat spell or trap from your graveyard when it's sent to the graveyard. And it's another name to get Gazelle's effect off. As for Salamangreat spells and traps, Circle, Sanctuary, 3 Wills, 2 Rage, and 2 Roar. Circle can either search out Gazelle during the draw phase, or you can use it to dodge Nibiru. And Sanctuary, I think we all know what it does, but just in case, it lets us link summon a Salamangreat monster by using a Salamangreat monster of the same name as the entire material. There's no real reason to play more than 1 Sanctuary, because first off, you can search it out with Banlist. The other reason is, even if you banish it off Desires, you still have a whole bunch of extenders so that you can link summon a linked monster using the same name as material. Will of Salamangreat is one of those extenders, so 3 of them is absolutely necessary, in my opinion. In Rage, you can either send a Salamangreat monster in your hand or on the field to the graveyard and pop a card on the field, or you could target a Salamangreat card you control that was linked summoned using its own name as material, and destroy things up to that link rate. And Roar isn't a negate for the deck as long as you have a Salamangreat link monster on the field. And 2 Rage and 2 Roar because 1, I like the increased consistency of seeing them in my opening hand, and 2, even if 1 is banished off Desires, I still have 1 to work with. As for the rest of the main deck monsters, I have 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Flame Buffalo, and 3 Parallel XC. Ash is really cute in this deck because not only do you get to negate one of your opponent's searches or summons from the deck, but you can recur it off the Sunlight Wolf, and who doesn't like recurring hand traps? Buffalo is a draw 2 when it leaves the field, which you can just discard a Salamangreat card, and you can activate Gazelle's effect after resolution. I've seen a bunch of decks bounce between 3 Buffalo and 2 Foxy, and the opposite, 3 Foxy and 2 Buffalo. And Parallel Exceed opens up a rig for toolbox in the extra deck, and also allows for more plays with Access Code Talker. And to finish out the main deck, 3 Pot of Desires, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, Harpy's Feather Duster, Call by the Grave, and 3 Cynet Mining. I see a lot of builds doing just 2 Pot of Desires, but I feel like the math on that is incorrect, but I'm also not a mathematician, so we're going to leave that argument alone. With Cynet Mining, you can discard a Salamangreat monster to search out Gazelle, and then immediately after resolution, activate Gazelle's effect to summon it and do Gazelle plays. I like the main deck back row removal that Cosmic Cyclone and Harpy's Feather Duster offers, especially during this format where Sky Striker is upon us. And plus it's good against things like Eldritch and any type of back row deck that you may come across. And it's infinite permanence, it's infinite permanent, and Call by the Grave, anti-hand trap. For the extra deck, I have 3 Phalanx, 3 Sunlight Wolf, 2 Heat Leo, Miragestallio, Splash Mage, Transcode Talker, Access Code Talker, Update Jammer, Bistwiller, and Baguska. Phalanx, again, it searches out Sanctuary, and it has a Return of the Dragon Lord's type effect, where you can banish it from the graveyard to prevent Salamangreat cards you control from being destroyed, as long as they're face up. Something like Wolf recurs cards like Ash Blossom, or Rage, or Roar, as long as you've used its name as a link material to get it out. Hate Leo is more Becro Hate, and if with Link Summon using its name as link material, you can target a monster on the field and a monster in your graveyard. And that first target becomes the attack of that second target. Miragestallio can summon a Salamangreat monster from the deck, and if it was used as link material for a Salamangreat monster, you can target a monster on the field and put it back into the hand. Flash Mage can revive a Cyberus monster from the graveyard, in which you can use this and that monster to link into Transcode Talker. And Transcode Talker can revive Splash Mage, and then you link these two off for Access Code Talker. And Access Code Talker can target Transcode Talker, so many Code Talkers, to gain 3,000 more attack. And Splash Mage is the water, Transcode Earth, so that's at least 2 pops right there, and considering that all of these are fires, you have at least 3 to work with. And if you have a way to get into Update Jammer, you can have up to 4 pops, and it can give Access Code Talker 2 attacks during the battle phase this turn. Abyss Dweller, it's a floodgate for the graveyard by detaching a material as cost. So it's good against Drytron and anything else that uses the graveyard effects, like Little Ol' Me and ABCs. Baguska, it's another floodgate. It turns everything into defense, and anything that is activated in defense is negated. So cards like Lone Fire Blossom wouldn't get their effects because it was activated in defense, even if it's no longer on the field. Lastly, for the side deck, I have 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Nibiru, 3 Evenly Matched, 3 Drone Lockbird, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and Imperial Order. Lancia and Nibiru help out during the Tri-Brigade matchup. Fun fact about Nibiru, you can activate it during your turn. So the second they use Revolt to summon 4 monsters from Banish and the Graveyard to link summon into their Ominous Omen, you can use Nibiru's effect to tribute that Omen and have a monster on the field. As a spell in Imperial Order, Sky Striker, again, is in the format, so these cards are going to help against that. Evenly Matched is just more removal, just in case my opponent also uses Imperial Order. And Drone Lockbird locks both players out of the deck, so it helps out against Drytron. So for a simple Salamangreat combo, let's say we start off with Flame Buffalo, Foxy, and Gazelle. So we will normal summon the Buffalo, link 1, into Phalanx. Channel link 1 Phalanx, channel link 2 Buffalo. We'll discard the Foxy, draw 2, let's say it's Counter Cyclone, and Infinite Permanence. And then we'll add in the field spell. And then New Chain, Gazelle, summon. And then New Chain, Gazelle, to send. The Rage, link these 2 off for Wolf. And then we activate the field spell, link off into Wolf again, and then we'll add back the Rage, and then we'll set all 3 in pass turn. So for the 1 card Access Code Talker, let's say we have Foxy in hand and another Salamangreat card in hand. It's not a perfect 1 card combo because it does require another card in hand, but that card can be any Salamangreat card. So we'll number summon the Foxy. Don't use the effect to mill 3. Instead, we'll immediately link summon for Phalanx. And we'll use Foxy's effect to summon Falco. Summon Foxy back. Link 2. Do Splash Mage. Splash Mage. Revive Foxy. Link these 2 off for Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker effect. Summon Splash Mage. Link these 2 off for Access Code Talker. And the Access Code Talker will target the Transcode Talker to gain 3,000 more attack. Alternatively, let's say we draw into Foxy and Parallel Exceed. So we'll normal summon the Foxy, link into Phalanx, And then we'll use Paralytic Seed effect to summon itself and another Paralytic Seed from the deck. And then we'll link these two off for Splash Mage. Splash Mage effect, Revive Foxy, link these two off into Update Jammer. And then we will link these two off into Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker will revive the Update Jammer. And then we'll link these two off into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker targets Transcode Talker to gain 3,000 more attack. And now we all of a sudden have 4 cards to work with to pop anything we want on the field. And we have a double attack from Update Jammer. And that's how we OTK in Salamangreat. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think I could do better in this deck, or any suggestions that you have for a future video. My name is Brent. I am Maxed Out Weird, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.